Okay, just got the MRS box in. Open it up here. Let's see. Put an LS and FRS, can't open a box. Yeah. Let's see here. Looks like invoice. Instructions. Let's see here. Whew. Install red wire without fast on internal. Okay, so I believe this red wire goes key on power source. Sweet. I'm gonna read this and we'll come back. Okay. Actually, we'll open the rest of the box here. Ooh. Actually, I think I bought this terminal. I wanted my dual climate control retrofit. Nice that they include those. Makes it so much nicer. It's actually like really heavy. Anything else in the box? Nope. Okay, awesome. Now I'll finish reading that and we'll get to install. Okay. This in my tripod, and I don't have a skeleton case, so if this is difficult to hear, I apologize. But we need to get the ECU, which is on the passenger side, so we need to take the glove box out. Mine's not really attached by much, so it should be relatively easy.
the seat of the Land Cruiser. 13 millimeter. What are you hooking up?
The CAN device. Okay. Apparently this entire thing has to come off, and I forgot about that because it's all connected. Gotta undo the wires. Hopefully if you've got a dual climate, wires will be a little bit nicer than these. The factory. Mine are all self-made harness, and I didn't have time to wrap it or anything, or I didn't take the time really. bunch of this stuff out there. Generally this is screwed in on this side, but I don't. So this is gonna have to come up. Yeah, the dash isn't quite put in all the way. Tell. That kind of falls out. I was really hoping I would. Center console isn't in either. Okay. I got that dash panel out. It took some work and I took the turned the camera off. But CAN bus device. This is your power. It'll tap into pin. Oh, what pin is that? 27, I believe. On, yeah, A33 pin 27. It's a gray wire with a silver stripe, which is basically gray. It's A33 is the connector, and I'll show you that we're going to be dealing with anyways. So that'd be a good source. So I've got a tap for that. The gray wire is pretty thin, so you'd probably grab a size smaller than this, but I haven't had issues with them yet. These wires get plugged in to the factory ECU plug. Yeah. And then the factory ECU wires get plugged into this, and then they get connected into here. Let me read that and make sure that's correct, but I'm pretty sure that's how it's done. Yeah. So you're going to be dealing with an orange, which is pin 19, and a a black wire with pink stripe in pin 18. Orange pin 19. So the red wire is going to go into location 19, where the orange wire came from, and the black wire goes into pin 18 where the black with pink stripe came from. And then the factory wire gets plugged into here, which it's got in the instructions. It'll show you where to plug it in at. Which is right here. and right here. Yeah. Orange wire will line up with the red wire. And black wire will line up with the black and pink stripe wire. Which so yeah, orange would go into this top right. You want to go in the top left or bottom left. Okay. And this gets plugged into the GM OBD2 dongle. But then this one, I forgot to mention, quick release, this is for telling it whether it's a the PCM control, whether it be E38 or E40, LS3, and well, LS3s are E38. I think most of the rest are E40. But definitely double check. You should have checked that before you ordered. But so that'll need to be plugged in if you have, well, not an LS3. So decided to cover that. So I'm going to go ahead and heat shrink that. I don't have a lighter, so I have to use a heat gun. Sweet. So we can move on. Okay, so apologize for the extremely dirty floors. I haven't cleaned up from the swap yet. So you're going to come up here, and your ECU is up here. You won't have like this mess of wires. And this is all the dual climate control stuff, and this is glove box, cigarette lighter port. This is all the harness, like the engine bay harness for the FA20 that I've moved in here. So those are taken up there. This is A33. This is the connector you need. You can just pop it out, maybe. I just had it out. Checking everything. Okay. Really have no good place of putting this. Okay, so you have that off. Okay, so this is your gray wire that you need. Maybe it'll focus. I don't know if it's gonna focus. Okay, gray wire that you need, pin 27. I don't think it's gonna focus. And then one wire up from the gray wire is the orange wire you need, 19, and then that's the black and pink, which is 18, because they count from right to left is from low number to high number. So we just need to de-pin the orange and black and pink wire here, 18 and 19, and tap into the gray wire for the power wire. So I'll see if I can get this set up and then video of that happening maybe. We'll see how much of this you can see. Kind of a bad angle. I'm using some really small eyeglass screwdrivers, flatheads, to get this. So I'm going to de-pin the wires and then I'll tap into the gray wire. But I'm going to need a different one to push these. There are two little clips on the side, and that's what kind of helps hold the pins in that you need to push in and kind of push up. Then you'll kind of see it pop up. I don't know how well that's coming out, but it's kind of raised here. It's kind of chewed up because I was prying at it earlier, making sure I knew what I said, but you can just kind of see pushing those and push up, and that should come up. It doesn't come up a whole lot. It comes up just enough. And you need to get your either a tiny screwdriver like this or a de-pinning tool. Like a de-pinning tool would be best. And you stick it in the bigger hole, and you'll be able to put it in, push down, and you'll be able to pull the wire out. We'll see how well I can do that here. Three hands would definitely help. Sorry, I can't see anything. So shoot this on a GoPro doesn't really work. Pink, black and pink wire de-pinned. De-pinned. And I really hope this is focused. It doesn't quite look focused on the back of the GoPro, but I hope they are. So, now that those are de-pinned, you need to go into that connector. And they need to correspond with orange to the red. So an easy way of doing that would be just to, it's not hooked up. So if you just set it in there, now you know that's where I need to go. So orange needs to go to red, which is this top right, and these will go one way. I don't know how well you will make that out, but there's a little top right of these are a little bit, it's got like a notch in it, and there's an edge on the pin that sticks up, and it slots into that edge. I'll make sure I've got it right. Orange to red. Double checking everything to make sure I'm getting it right. And the black wire lines up with the black and pink. It's not the end of the world, you can always depend, hopefully, if it doesn't blow up. Okay, that is finished. So that would plug into there. Make sure you snap your little connector down up here. So now we need to pin the factory harness with these red and black wires. Move everything out of the way. So, orange wire was next to the gray wire. So pin 19, or above the gray wire that we're going to tap into for power, is where we need to pin the red wire. A little bit of resistance. Push in firmly until you hear a click. I mean, be very easy with them. I mean, you don't want to break them or whatnot. Okay, pin 18 is where the black goes. So that'll slide in here until that clicks. And then you can snap a little bridge back down. So those two will go in like that. Okay, so your gray wire is what you need to tap into for power. So we'll take our non-ended wire. We're going to use one of these, probably not the best way to go about it, but what I've got. Plug them in. And the pliers I just had disappeared. Make sure you press down. Not sure where the pliers went, but vice grips will work just as nicely. Or a shift handle, depending on what you use them for. Okay. That's in. So with any luck, that'll all work now. Okay, so that can get plugged back in. MRS device. You can plug your connectors together. Double check those wires line up. Okay. Now, again, this is all a mess. I'm gonna have to clean this up a little bit better. It's really cool, the harness I have. This is your check engine light. I had my header wasn't completely tightened, or not the header, the kind of the Y pipe, down pipe ish until to the bottom of the header. Had a slight leak, it wasn't tightened all the way, and this threw a code for to lean on bank 2, so I tightened it up, and hasn't come back since, so that's kind of cool. Which I won't really be needing, because with this, it should, or will allow the fault codes to be read through the FRS ECU. So, and that's installed. For right now, I'm going to tuck this up here. And find my keys. We're going to see how well this works. Okay. Neutral. Pretty tall, but it works. Okay, so clutch pedals down, power on. Nope. So I wonder if it's not getting power. Okay, so talk to Colin real quick, and what ended up happening is my LS3 was using the old CAN messages, so I just had to plug that wire that we heat shrinked earlier, plug that in, undo the CAN relay, plug that into pin 8 position, plug the relay back in, and I took my keys out. Started it up. RPM works. Coolant gauge works. And we'll test fuel gauge. And power steering works, which I'm most excited about. So, huge shout out to Colin for his work on that, and for getting that device out. It'd be nice to have power steering again. Thanks, and see you guys later.